What's going on, guys? Isaac Nunez here. We are here today with Derek Schaefer. Very exciting news today. Derek will be announcing his commitment here with Press Sports. Tell me a little bit about the Press Sports.
I love it. It's awesome when you get to put something out there and show everybody who you are. Really good because they can get you exposure in a bunch of different ways.
Definitely go check him out on the app and fan him up. We'll get to the very end where you will announce where you're going to school. So this is going to be really fun for everyone else to kind of guess where you're going to go. Tell me a little bit about your freshman year of high school baseball life.
I was really under the radar, just not that big name. When COVID hit was when I started like throwing bullpens and going to a trainer and stuff like that. And
How much did you weigh your freshman year? Give me some numbers, your height and weight.
I think I was 6 foot, maybe 135, 140.
Where were you at velocity wise that summer?
That summer, I think I hit 85 one time.
Nice.
So it was trending up for sure. Fall of my sophomore year was when I started getting attention. I don't think I was up to 88 or 89.
So from the end of your freshman year at 79, going into your sophomore year, throwing out 88, how do you get that big of a jump?
I mean, it was a grind. Went and throw in about 4, maybe 3 times a week, and then I'd lift every other day. I really had no baseline of my mechanics. And so I saw a really good pitching coach.
Shout out Mark Lamson.
He got me doing like plyo work, figuring out how to do single leg stability, stuff like that, arm care. And it really just took off.
He definitely helped you out there. Let's talk about college attention your sophomore year now. Committed to Washington?
Yeah, right around December, I think. Right when that happened, everything just shot up. I wasn't like a top 10 player, but I became kind of a top 50, top 100 on everything.
And you were also ranked top 15 in the nation. You don't have to lowball yourself. You were up there. What was that like committing to the University of Washington?
I was really blessed to be recruited by them, and I wanted to play Power 5 at the time. Of course we all do.
Of course.
And that was pretty much, I had a few Pac-12 schools, but I wanted to leave home because I'm from Phoenix. And
yeah,
in my eyes, if someone's going to pay for my college, then I want to go explore the world. I was committed there for about like 8, 9 months.
Your sophomore year spring, you were up to 93. For those listening right now, he went from the end of his freshman year throwing about 79, 80 miles an hour to the beginning of his sophomore year spring throwing 93 miles an hour. That's what you call dedication to his craft and a person that really works hard with a goal in their mind, which is to play at a Power 5 school. Before you committed in December, you're talking to TCU. Who else?
It was basically just those mid majors, like UC Riverside, St. Mary's, LMU, GCU, and then I had like Utah, Arizona State, Oregon State, Washington.
For someone who decided that to commit early in the process, if I was a kid that asked you right now, hey, when should I commit to school? Would you tell them to wait? Would you tell them to commit early? What do you think?
There's no right answer to that one. Of course, with baseball, kids are committing, like you said, 8th grade, freshman year, which is really, really early. You don't know what the coaching staff's going to be when you get there in 5 years. You don't know how good the team's going to be. You don't know how the baseball program might either blow up or get really good. In my opinion, I would wait.
Let's go now into your sophomore spring, going into sophomore summer. When in your mind did you start to think, I don't really want to go to the University of Washington?
I ended up decommitting in August. I hate going back on my word. I just thought it was best for me and my family.
Tell me a little background before you announce your commitment on your decision.
Basically, the whole reasoning behind my decommitment was I wanted to play at that really big school, that really the best atmosphere.
What are those top 5 schools that you really wanted to go to?
Those schools were Louisville, Mississippi State, Auburn, Tennessee, and Vanderbilt. I ended up taking my first official visit in the end of September to Auburn, and I really liked that. Really great atmosphere. And then I really rounded it down to about 4 schools by then. I just took 3 of the schools that were in there and then added ASU. So I kept Auburn, Texas, and Tennessee, and then added Arizona State. And then at the beginning of November, I took an official visit to Tennessee. And I spontaneously went to ASU for like practices and football games.
So you narrowed it down to what 3 schools were you to eliminate?
I would eliminate Texas.
We have Auburn.
Yes.
Tennessee.
Yes.
ASU.
Yes.
What was the next school you eliminated?
ASU. My whole philosophy on it was, I said earlier, if someone's going to pay any percentage of my college, I just want to kind of go and explore. Yeah, of course, it's great to be at home with your family and stuff like that. And of course, it's definitely not a bad decision if I were to decide to go there. But that was a big thing.
2 really good Division I schools schools that have been to the College World Series multiple times, schools that have won national titles, schools that have the best players in the high school level to commit to their schools and attend there. Two schools that have extremely high draft picks. What led you to make your final decision?
Me and my dad, we talked about what we're choosing, like why are we choosing school? And we said about the guys, the head coaches, those guys who are going to be putting you in the lineup and making sure you're not falling down in the dumps and making sure that you're doing good.
Derek Schaefer, please announce for us, where will you be committing to school?
I will be going to the University of Tennessee.
Oh boy, University of Tennessee. Oh boy, okay, I see you. Great school.
The University of Tennessee is in a great city. Knoxville's it's a little bigger than Auburn. Auburn's a little small town right on the border of Alabama, Georgia, but Knoxville's got some urban life. I really like that about it. It's not an armpit in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, city life.
And then the stuff that they've done with like pitchers coming in, because that's what I really looked at the most was the strength coach and the pitching coach relationship. And guys like Garrett Crochet, where he was a really, really average high school player, maybe like 86, 88 miles per hour, going to a really big SEC school. And then they just turn him into a guy that got picked in the first round and never played in minor league baseball, which is crazy. That was a really good thing for me. And I really like the head coach. He really cares about the team and he's really busy and he loves his job. Tony Vitello was a really big aspect of the University of Tennessee for me.
Shout out to you for a guy who worked extremely hard his freshman year at 79, 80 miles an hour, all the way up to current, up to 93, to the best of you, going to the University of Tennessee, becoming a pitcher of the year, Gator Player of the Year, and doing your thing there, bro. And before we end this, is there anything that you want to say to anyone out there?
I want to thank God for blessing me with this opportunity and everything that he's done for me and my family. And I want to thank my dad for constantly sitting down with me and making sure that this decision has gone right. And then my mom too, for also making me the man I am today. All my coaches for believing in me and pushing me to get where I am today. And I want to thank the University of Tennessee baseball staff for giving me this awesome opportunity.
Best of luck to you, Derek. Hey, Derek, congrats again. Congrats on the commitment. Shout out Tennessee. And definitely 100% keep posting on the app. Make sure everyone goes and go follow Derek today.